Now, Archie, I was not getting involved in this situation, you know. I see a young man from the Beta man, the big newspaper front page and thing that he became a lawyer. The only thing I say is that why do we have to celebrate one fella coming from the Beta to become a lawyer? If you understand and you are a government that understands the problems and how they are created, the lack of resources, the lack of opportunities, and you are in charge of the treasury, then you direct resources to the at-risk communities, like what Kamala Prasad Bissessa was doing, whether it is live sport that they like to criticize and talk crime and so on, that was designed to get in there to those most that need, give them money, give them food in the belly so that they could have a little bit to survive, then identify their talent, give them discipline, teamwork, form companies to do little business, show them and teach them, move them into training, MIC, NESC, give them guidance counselors, psychologists, do a literacy and numeracy, which the supplier was playing the fool and there was a contract dispute there. That's what life sport was, that's what education was, that's what building schools there was, keeping the good, that's what giving laptops was for, that's what allowing gate was for, that was increased jobs in URP and CPEP, also to give the parents some money in their hands so that the children could get to school. That's why the fuel subsidy was left there, so poorer people could have transport and transportation costs would have stayed down. That's why textbook grants were there to give opportunities, to create some equity in the system. The PNM comes in and removes all of that, and now they boast, and the PNM media say, all right, a fella from the Beta become a lawyer. Well, I was very happy for him, because if you could come out from such circumstances that have been thrust upon you by the PNM, and that has left you there suffering in the worst situations from time you was a baby, come forward, and you could rise out of that, that is greatness. I respect and love that. That is brilliant. I applaud that. But I think I applauded too soon, because I didn't know the truth. I wasn't aware, and I didn't go and research, because that I have bigger issues to deal with Rowley and Smallpin and Convent Girl and them, the recusal twins, Noel Garcia. But I have some questions now. If standards are lowered for someone to get into something, it means that they did not achieve, they did not overcome the circumstances that were thrust upon them to make the grade and to get in. It means that they were put in there through a shortcut, and that they were privileged to get access to a shortcut. That is not worthy of praise. It's not. How did this one get the shortcut? Then we see that it's politically tainted. That's not something to clap about. If an individual comes from harsh circumstances and gets up and makes the grade and thrives and performs, that is worthy of celebration to the rooftop. Not if somebody comes from hard circumstances and because they go in a political party, they get some way to lower the standard, to sneak them in through the back door and get them in. That's not right. So all you make me applaud, I didn't know, because actually run the first video. Listen to this carefully, because this is very sad. Run it.
Gentlemen, our young people, we can't afford to play Russian either. We have Dr. Honorable Christopher Rowley. We know things have been tough because the economy has been tough, the world has been tough. We have tough things to come with, but we have dealt with it, and we will come out. We will come out, and we will vote resoundingly and make the right choice. Patrick, man, I got the cases by how? According to the website, beat who? How? Where? Not Kamala Prasad Bissessa, not in 2020, not now, not ever again.
Okay. Now play the other video. Archie, run it.
The University of the West Indies, the St. Augustine campus, the Faculty of Law, led by Professor Rosemary Bell-Antoine at the time, developed a scholarship that was based, it was called the McCandle Dagger Scholarship.
Right.
It's a scholarship that was based not only on academics in any sense, because although I went to Trinity College and did Form 6, I have 8 CSEC passes, but I have 2s and 3s. I don't have no 1s. And anybody know UE law? You know to get in today?
Yeah, like your ones.
Yeah, man. Ones like that. Right? So I can be accepted into UE law through the regular matriculation process.
Right.
And this scholarship was designed to assist persons who not only would satisfy the basic matriculation, but would not be able to regularly get access to the Faculty of Law, but as it relates to heavily based on persons who are involved in community and social movement.
So all the students across Trinidad and Tobago who would like to get into the Faculty of Law have to get A's and 1s and distinctions, have to work hard. Many were rejected who had 2 A's and a B, or 3 1s and a 2. Rejected. But in comes, I didn't even know he's such a PNM, he ain't studied a small fry PNM. In comes a PNM who does community work for the PNM, who only had 2s and 3s, which means you don't qualify. So you have an Olympic qualifying standard of 10.2. But in Trinidad and Tobago you run 11.2, but because you're a PNM you get in. And then you'll put that on a front page and have me celebrating that and me even know it's PNM bubble thing. Well, I am not ashamed for myself that I celebrate that because me know is all of this back and that. My only point was why we need to, it's very sad that we could only get 1 lawyer and 1 this and you have to, no, if you're a government, especially government that they vote for all the time, that is not good. That's an indictment on the government that more children are not being successful from wherever they come from. But this, 2s and 3s, you see, there must be equity, fairness, and competition, and that's why the PNM moves from scholarships to bursaries. So on the camera, 400, 500 scholarships. Straightforward, whoever you are. Black, white, Chinese, Syrian, Indian, Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Jain, Rastafari, Orisha, Baptist, whatever, native, child, whoever. You get the grades, you get a scholarship. End of story. No subjectivity. You know, Anil don't have to like you. Tim don't have to like you. Fazal Karim don't have to like you. You don't have to put a red flag or yellow flag behind you and talk nonsense. Just do your work, achieve, and then you win your scholarship. That's called merit. The PNM is about bursary, and look what bursary is. I didn't know that. Shame on you all. What about all the other children who have 2s and 3s who wanted to do law, but they can't get in no law school with 2s and 3s? They have to find another pathway, another career choice. But not if you're a PNM. PNM, you could get any little bit of results and they will find a way to get you in there. That's what you're celebrating.